So I wanted to make this video just to talk about what happened whenever I was assaulted by Mel B. So this is kind of like my backstory to everything. I was attending LA Fashion Week. I flew in from Kentucky and went out to the event to model in it. I got connection with that and was able to go out there and do a show there. And it was an amazing experience going there. It was an amazing time. I met so many great people and so many great things. But it just so happened on Saturday night, I happened to run into Mel B backstage. And this is my story of what happened. And as you can see, I was put on TMZ.
And soon after I made that video, I actually checked out the web and found that I was actually posted on several other news sources, ranging from The Sun, International Business Times, Pop Culture, Hot New Hip Hop, just to name a few. So I've been posted more than I had thought at the time. So, and as you can see, I'm showing some of the text, and they all use the same original, material from TMZ, which claims that she's under investigation after she assaulted me. And actually, I do have the video from TMZ that they posted right here, so we're going to look at that right now. Here it is.
A video posted by TMZ. You can hear her slurred speech in that. And I was put on Daily Mail in regards to my story, but they both posted it, but I wanted to give my backstory to it and everything that happened. So I modeled in the show, and then afterwards I heard Mel B was in attendance, and I was like, oh, that's cool, Mel B, Spice Girls or whatever. And so later on, whenever everything was wrapping up, I went backstage. I was, changing back into my clothes, and she just so happened to be sitting there, chatting with some people, sitting down in a chair. So I stood back for a little bit. And I was like, oh, is that Mel B? And they were like, oh yeah, that's her, and whatever. So I said, oh, okay. So I went and talked to her. I introduced myself. I'm like, hi, I'm Dujuan Thomas. Could I get a photo with you or something? And she obliged to that. And so after she stood up, we got our picture, and I was like, oh, take one more. And as soon as I said that, she's like, oh, that's fine, yeah, whatever. And then she sat down, but before she sat down, she hit me in my chest, like, and I brushed it off because I was like, oh, at that point, that's when I noticed that she was intoxicated. Like, she was, I don't want to say anything, like slander her name or anything, but she was under it something. She had been drinking, or I don't know what she was on, but she was on something because her speech was slurred. And she was being helped up and helped walk, helped walking around. So after that experience, I just stepped back, and then the show was over. So like 10 minutes later, I was leaving out, and she just happened to be in front of me, getting helped. And I witnessed her getting pulled up from her chair by her friends, like helping her walk. Like they were literally physically pulling her up and holding her to walk. And so down the hall, she saw somebody that she knew, and she turned around, and then she saw me there walking out, because we're backstage, we're leaving backstage area, and she comes up, she's like, oh, I see you, and hits me in my chest. She hit me in my chest, and I just got out of there after that because I did not want to be surrounded by that. Her friends tried calling for me, like, hey, Mel B wants you to do something, I don't know. I just got out of there because I was not about to be assaulted twice. I was not about to be in that situation. I'm not even from LA, so I ran out of there. I actually ran once she tried calling me back. I said no, and I ran out of there because I didn't feel safe. I went up to my room and I just let everything process in my head. It's crazy to think of that I was assaulted by somebody, because I don't believe I've ever been assaulted in my life. So this was something that was unexpected and unwanted, and just something that blew my mind. I've never been hit by somebody like that. I've never been assaulted, battered, whatever the word may be. So this was a crazy experience. So after I was assaulted by her, I continued to walk up, because after that, I was assaulted twice by her. So I got out of there. I walked ahead of them and I just got out of there. And then I heard one of her friends call me, hey friend, hey, blah, blah, blah. Mel B something, something. And Mel B was so drunk. Her speech was so slurred. So when her friend called me back, I was like, no, I got out of there. I literally ran out of there. I ran away. Because I was not about to be in that environment during that situation. I'm not even from LA, so I'm definitely not going to be around that. So I went up to, after that, I got away from her friend and I went upstairs to my room, and everything was just processing in my head. Like I was just getting everything in my mind. Like I was assaulted by her, and not only that, she's a celebrity. You know, it's a crazy thing to process, you know, in my mind. So the next day I went to the police department. I went to LAPD, and that experience was crazy in and of itself. Like I had to go to this, it's crazy because all the homeless were there, right? It was crazy because all the homeless are downtown area in that police department area, and it was sad seeing all that. Like I had to go, and you know, I didn't feel safe in that area, of course, either, but I had to go there to file this report. And then from there, it took about an hour to file it, and they asked me the questions. You know, I went down the list, and I was hoping they didn't think I was joking or I was lying because she's a celebrity, but luckily the cop didn't even know who she was, you know, on her celebrity status. So that was a good for me. So I gave them her real name. I told them what happened, and I filed the report. And so from there, I came back home yesterday from LA, and other than that, I had a great time. I met many great people, and I saw that I was featured on TMZ and Daily Mail UK, and they gave a synopsis of the story a little bit, but you know, I wanted to give my actual backstory of what happened, and just to let people know that assault can happen to anybody, and it can happen from anybody. And do not let that happen to you. If you are assaulted or battered by somebody, report it, because it's a crime. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that, and then I've had people message me and tell me, oh, take this down. Oh, you're wrong, you're wrong. No, if you were assaulted by somebody, would you just sit back and let it happen? No, assault is a crime, and it's not right. So don't try to, and people are trying to berate me, talk bad about me. I don't know if they're mad because I'm getting publicity from this or I'm getting posted for this, but don't hate on me because you're not getting posted. Don't hate on me because I reported a crime. Don't, you know, it's sad that people are so low in life that they have to try to talk about somebody, you know, just to get some good feeling out of themselves. But it doesn't bother me, honestly. You know, it's cool and all, but that's my story. I mean, that's my story. So I'm just going by day now at this point, because I was contacted by Entertainment Tonight. I don't know if I already said that, and several other sources reaching out to me. And actually, I did see on my Instagram story where Mel B's friend that she flew in with also viewed my story whenever I reported. So I guess they're watching my page now, and I did block him because there's no need for you to be on my page. Like, and I don't know his name, but it was Mel B's friend. So yeah, that's my story, that's my backstory, that's what happened. And I'm just here now, just taking it day by day. I have big things coming to Kentucky, and I don't want this to be a hindrance to it at all. Just look forward to it. Just follow me on Instagram, Dujuan_Thomas. On Facebook, you can friend me on there. And I'm actually looking for models in the area, so side note. I'm looking for models in the area. I got big things coming to Kentucky. So if you're interested in modeling and you're from the Kentucky area, just message me on Instagram, DM me, or Facebook message me, and I have great opportunity coming. So I've got big opportunity coming to the Louisville, Paducah, Mayfield, all over Kentucky area. So if you've ever wanted to runway model, if you ever want your photography done for your portfolio, if you want training, if you want experience, I'm the guy for that, and I'm bringing this opportunity to Kentucky. So be ready for it, and like I said, follow me on Instagram. And this was my story about how Mel B assaulted me. If you enjoyed this video, just please like, comment, subscribe. Comment what you think. Comment what you think about the whole situation. Like, let me know what would you do in this situation. Comment below. Would you file a police report? Would you do anything about it? So yeah, please comment below.